Hey guys, how are we? Welcome back to the channel. I thought I'd do a bit of a different video today, obviously in the car, compared to being inside reading off notes this time. But yeah, no, there was just something on my mind, and I was discussing something with a friend before and actually kind of experienced it, right? And it was around like, is dating, not dating, but like going out and approaching, right? How does it feel to you? Does it feel like a chore, or does it feel like you're in alignment and your passion like fun, like you see it as fun all the time, right? Now, the reality is I just experienced it. This is why I'm making this video now, is because even though I've been doing this for like 10 years, all up, it would have been on and off, right? Okay. Out approaching and stuff like that, depending on girls and stuff. Anyway, you know the story, guys. The thing is that there's going to be times where you know mentally, right, that you're low energy, okay, and you feel like things are off. Now, sometimes we need to push through that, right? And because sometimes it is resistance, and when we push through that resistance, then we get to the gold, right? Most of the time that is the case. It's like, when you don't feel like going to the gym and you go to the gym and yeah, you've had a great workout. Boom, right? Prime example right there and then, okay? But then there is also going to be times where it feels like a chore. And, and this is where people get the misconception wrong, right? It's like, well, if it feels like a chore, then how do I know I'm on the right path? And how do I know that like it's my passion, right? Like, it shouldn't feel like that. It should feel easy, right? It should feel seamless, frictionless. And yeah, it should just feel like, it should feel like that all the time. That's, I'm here to tell you right now, that is not the case. It is definitely not the case. Today, as an example for myself, I felt flat. Kind of my routine was off. I felt low energy. I didn't feel in alignment within myself. And like, you can't go into these things overthinking it, but you want to be in flow as well, obviously, right? When you're going out and you're talking to strangers, because you don't want to be heady. You have your opener, and then whatever comes after that happens. Yes, there's a set of framework and whatnot, okay? But then you're also in flow. Whatever she gives you, you react. It's like a normal, everyday conversation, similar to acting, so to speak. Like what that person gives you, you respond and you react to it. Exactly the same process, right? When you're out approaching, exactly the same process, guys. So my point being, another realization was today, is that you're not always going to feel happy about it. You're not always going to feel psyched and pumped and passionate about it, about going out and meeting new people. And I'll tell you why. Because it doesn't matter how good you get, right? How many thousands of approaches you've done, like myself, over the years, right? At times, it is going to feel like a chore. It just is. And you have to accept that. And at times, you're going to feel off, okay? And everything's going to feel clunky. And sometimes you're going to feel like a beginner. And sometimes you're going to feel like you're starting all over again. And you don't know why you polarize too quick and shit like that. And then you hesitate. And we know that when you hesitate, he who hesitates masturbates, as they say, right? When you hesitate, you miss all the opportunities. Like, sometimes these things are going to happen, right? But you can't let it deter you from the process. You have to just think that this is part of the process. This is part of the game. This is part of getting better, right? This is all part of the overarching theme, okay, of moving closer towards our goal, which is obviously creating more of abundant dating life and either finding your long-term girlfriend, or if you want to collect bodies, whatever it is, right? Or you want to get married, or, long-term relationship, whatever it may be, all paths lead to the same destination, okay? So yeah, that's why I wanted to make this quick video, because, I was having a chat to my mate, and we were discussing this very topic, okay? And I wanted to bring some awareness to it, right? And I wanted to remind you guys that it's not always going to feel nice, okay? Because it is hard. That is a reality. Doesn't matter how good you get at it, it's always going to be hard. And there's a reason why it's hard. If it was easy, everyone would be doing it. If it was so easy to go to the gym and train and be dedicated and disciplined, everyone would be doing it. Everyone would be in shape. Everyone would be jacked, okay? Is that not the case or not? So just remember that everything is relative and everything applies to the same process, even when it comes to going out and approaching daytime, okay? For me, as you know, it is all relative, okay? It all applies. There's nothing that is not relative within this process, okay? So it's going to be hard. Sometimes, some days it's going to be harder than others. Everything's going to feel off, but you have to keep pushing through it, okay? Because there's learning in it. There's gold at the other side, okay? Today it was like that for me, all right? I was like, what is this? Okay? You felt disjointed. Energy's off, okay? And you can feel it, right? But that's just the way it goes. You're never going to be 100%. The stars and the planets are not always going to align, and you don't need them to. All you need to do is create a spark and create attraction and being able to close and so on and so forth. Remember, it only takes one. That's it. It only takes one to change potentially your whole life. Okay? That's all it takes. So, yeah, that's why I wanted to make this quick video while it was fresh on my mind, especially after just getting back, right? And yeah, I wanted to do something in the car as well, so just mix it up a little bit. So but yeah, those are the main points that I wanted to go over. And again, just to reiterate, I want to reiterate again, because I want to hit home, is that there is a barrier to entry to these things. If everything was easy in life, everyone would be able to do all the same things and be able to achieve the same certain level of heightency of expertcy, right, within that field. Everyone would be able to do that, okay? But there is a barrier to entry, okay? There's always a toll to cross the bridge, as I say, okay? So just remember, it is hard. It is going to be hard. And yes, you can make it fun. Most of the time it is fun, and it can be fun. And then you really fall in love with the process and you enjoy the process, because as we know, and I've said it, many times before, the destination is the journey. The journey is the destination, whichever way you want to say it, okay? So yeah, just to recap, remember, sometimes it's going to feel hard. Sometimes it's going to feel like a chore. That doesn't mean that you're not on the right path. Sometimes you need to push through that resistance. Sometimes it's going to feel like you're starting all over again, even after years. Anyone that tells you otherwise is lying, okay? But then it's only a small, short area, right? And then you're able to punch through that and you're back to normal. Like tomorrow, I'll be able to go back out and bang, I'll be back to where I was before this. Do you know what I'm saying? So just remember, there's always learning in it, guys. All right, guys. This has gone on long enough. I think I've definitely, I've definitely hit the nail on the head, and I think I've definitely sent that message home to you guys. So anyway, hope everyone's well, and definitely I will be doing another video as well later on today. So look out for that one. But keep going, guys. Keep pushing. We're in this together. We're going to do it together. I'm sharing my experiences too, man. Even though you're at a top level of your game and you experience abundance dating mentality, it's life. And adversity is going to come for each and every single person at any time, okay? And it's there to help teach you to grow, okay? That's what it's about. It is your teacher. All right, guys. As you know, I can just keep going on and on. So yeah, all right, guys. Hope you have a great day, and I will talk to you soon. All right, cheers, guys.